Hi guys, so I filmed a get ready with me video this morning. It is way later in the day, but I realized I forgot to film an intro, so here we are. I did my makeup, I did my hair, and yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing pretty much every single day to get ready. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. So first, I just wash my face with some water in the morning. I don't use any cleanser in the morning. So I just use water in the morning because it just kind of takes any oil that was on your face overnight. It doesn't strip your face of anything. And then once I cleanse, I add a little bit of toner to my skin to bring that moisture back. This is the one step they told me to do. I went like over a year ago to get a facial, and they said to add, because I had taken this step out, they said to add that back in because my face was pretty dry. And then I go in with some type of serum. Lately I've been using the, it's the Alpine Beauty serum. And I just press that into my skin like an anti-aging serum or a vitamin C. But in the winter, I typically use a little bit more like hydrating products. And in the summer, I go with more brightening. And over that, I use a moisturizer. Lately, I've been using the Dime Beauty. This is actually the night cream, but I use it during the day because it just adds a little bit more richness to my face. I always take that down to my neck. And then whatever is left over my hands, or my fingertips, I bring to my hands. Okay, so that is it for my skin. I kind of let that sink in a little bit and I'll like brush my teeth and then I'll move on to makeup. Okay, so let's start with my makeup. I've been kind of going back and forth between a few different things. I've been using the Ilia foundation, the Cali Ray skin tint, and the It Cosmetics CC cream. I'm gonna use what I've been using most often, which is this skin tint. I just find that it's like super lightweight. It adds a little bit of color and I like the look it gives. It just feels like pretty much nothing. Okay, this is fun with the new green walls behind me. We're almost done with our bathroom. Pretty much all like the heavy construction is done. It's just cosmetic things and some paint here and there. I just use my fingers. I keep procrastinating to clean my brushes, so fingers it is. And I do feel like fingers gives you a more natural finish. Just gotta press it in. I just always, the feeling of makeup on my fingers, I don't love. Okay, and then I gotta wash them off first. See how it just kind of evens out my skin tone? Then I go in with a little bit of concealer, just in the areas where I need it. So, like, I would not recommend just putting concealer everywhere that you see people applying it because it depends on your coloring of your face. I'm using the Hint Beauty with a, like, smaller blending brush. This is a highlighting brush, but I use it for concealer.
My face.
She slapped your face?
Yeah.
For me, I am dark in the inner parts of my eyes because I have very like deep sockets. So I just go right in here. I don't have really dark under eyes, but I get dark right there. So I apply most of my product there and then I just blend it out on my lid and underneath. But yeah, if I don't need anywhere else, I'm not gonna put it there. It's just as needed. And I am doing this while looking at my viewfinder, so I might need to just look over there every now and then. And I do love applying it with a brush. It just makes it really nice. And then just kind of like make sure it's not like leaving any lines anywhere. I also go around my nose. I tend to get a little redder on my nose. And then if my chin is a little red, I'll go down there. I do like to top everything off, same brush, with a little powder. This is Alima Pure. It's really nice because it's not matte. It just leaves like a really natural finish. And I go over wherever I used that concealer. And not a lot, just, I have like a tiny bit on my brush. Just so that kind of locks it in place and it's not gonna slide around throughout the day. This color is a little dark for me right now. I think I have the second shade. I definitely need the first shade. So I've been adding some bronzer to compensate. I usually grab my nose and my chin with that, and then sometimes like right here. Okay, so then I add bronzer. I've been really liking the Ilia. I have the Drawn In Night Light Bronzing Powder. I guess there's no shade. It's a little bit darker than my Kosas bronzer. My Kosas bronzer is a tad bit more like satiny. See how there's like a little bit of a sheen to that? This is a little bit more matte, a little bit more pigmented, so kind of whatever I'm wanting at the time. So I usually start on my neck because I need to make the color look even with my face. I don't know how I came across this video of J-Lo doing her makeup, and she does like heavy cream contouring, and this is where she puts a ton of contours right under her chin so you don't get that like double chin look. I just really buff this in. I'm craving the sun so much. Not that it's like not sunny, it's sunny out right now, but just like a summer day, I'm really craving. It's weird, like the weather, it's been getting really warm around like 3 o'clock when I'm outside because the sun is like directly coming into our backyard, and then it cools down like super duper fast. So see on my neck, like warming that up just like kind of ties everything together. And I always, until I do my brows, I always feel a little naked. Okay, I go around the perimeter of my face with this. I'm not contouring, I'm just more like warming up my face and just giving it some color. Go right around here. And I do my makeup pretty much the same every day these days, just to keep it consistent and I don't have to think about it. I can just pull up my makeup and I keep it on here now. Since we switched vanities, I don't have a drawer for a ton of storage, so I just use it in that. Kind of makes it nice and easy. Okay, then I take that brush that I use for my concealer, or just like a big eyeshadow brush, but I like to do this. I take a sweep of the bronzer and I put it right over my lid. I have pretty big eyelids, so if you have smaller eyelids, you definitely use a eyeshadow brush. But look at that, it just like instantly warms up your eyes. Like bronzer on your lids is the best thing ever. This is all I do for eyeshadow these days. Unless I'm like going somewhere and want to zhuzh up a tad bit, I'll do a little bit more. But that's pretty much all I do for eyeshadow. Sometimes if I feel like a little like naked under here, I'll take that bronzer and I'll just run it on the lower lash line before I do any eyeliner. And that is something I've actually been doing differently lately, is I've been doing, it's so hard looking here. I've been doing eyeliner, let me use this mirror, almost every day. I feel like it just makes me look a little bit more pulled together. I don't know, something about it makes me feel a little bit more complete. Okay, let's get a closer look here before we move on. I think I'm okay. The next thing I do is blush. And I love the RMS Beauty blushes. This one is Lost Angel. It's like a really pretty peach color. And I go up, like a little higher these days, like up towards my temples, just to give me a little pretty color. And then sometimes I will do highlighter. I'll do it today just to show you every step. Alima Pure, super pretty. And I just swirl it up. And also go down my nose. I also love doing a little highlighter because I feel like it just kind of melts into your skin throughout the day and just looks really dewy and fresh. Okay, let's put on my eyebrows so I don't feel completely weird without them. I've been using my MAC Charcoal Brown and eyeliner brush. So for my brows, let's brush them up. I try to tint them because if they're not, this is tinted actually, it's fading, but if they're not tinted, then there's truly not much there. I like to do my arches first, and then I build from there. I think we are all sorry for plucking our eyebrows so much as teenagers. I'm wondering when I first started plucking my eyebrows. I think it was junior high, like 8th grade, I wanna say. Yes, for sure 8th grade. And that was when Avril Lavigne was in. I blame it all on her. And I'll do the other, and then I'll go back and kind of adjust. I heard somewhere where your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So don't feel like they have to be exactly the same. Sometimes that can be like paralyzing for me. Eyebrows are I don't want to say sensitive subject for me, but always like the thing that I'm needing to do before we go anywhere. I have to do my eyebrows. I do the bottom of it and then I fill in upward. Like I love just doing this bottom line, like right here. It shapes it really nicely. And then you can fill out and up because I'd rather have that like it darker and more defined on the bottom, and then on the top, I'd rather the top be a little bit more like natural looking. Okay, so that's pretty much good. Then I just I have like a giant clump of eyeshadow on here. Just go in. Okay, eyebrows are done. I also like to kind of thicken the sides a little bit too. So for liner, I've been using my MAC Carbon and just lining the upper lash line. I don't know, just like I think actually I've been influenced by One Tree Hill. We've been going back and watching One Tree and we're on season 5, and I feel like all the girls do a heavy like upper lid line and I like the look. So, and I have pretty large eyes, so my eyes can really handle a lot of makeup. I remember somebody telling me one time I was getting my makeup done like a few years ago, and they were saying like some faces can like kind of soak in makeup, where others, the makeup looks like it just lays on your face. And I just feel like that is so true because I used to do wedding makeup for like a little bit before I had kids. And on some faces, like you put just a tiny bit and they look like they're like have a full face of makeup on. Where me, I do a full face of makeup and in 2 hours, I look like I have nothing on. It's very weird. So I feel like when I do my makeup in the morning now, I actually go, like as far as eye makeup, like skin, face makeup, I try to still do less, but for eyes, I do a little bit more than I used to. And I just really like the way it wears throughout the day. Just press this in. Maybe it's because my eyes are really large and I feel like they need a little bit of definition. I don't know. Once I do that, sometimes I'll just use my fingers and just kind of smudge it so it's not a stark line, or I'll go in with that like brush I used on my eyes earlier. And then mascara. Still using my It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. It is so nice. So what I do with this is I do one coat first and I let it sit for a sec and dry before I do another coat. It adds this layer that helps you to build, and it's kind of like a primer. I see my first coat as a priming base, and I don't think much of it. Like, it doesn't have to be perfected or anything like that. It's just kind of on there. I do love this mascara so much. I feel like it makes your lashes look a little bit softer. Not like crunchy at all. Okay, so while I let that dry, I just use whatever is left on the brush and I do my lower lashes. How many of you guys do mascara on your lower lashes? Because I always, if I'm watching a makeup video, or I don't know, just randomly talking to people, I feel like there's a decent amount of people who don't do mascara on the bottom, and that's crazy to me. Like, I could never imagine doing that. I think partially because I have long lower lashes, so it would look pretty odd if I didn't do mascara on them. I will never forget one day in high school, I went to school and I didn't have mascara on one eye. I just did one eye, and I remember the whole day I was like so self-conscious. Then I will start adding a little bit more up top. And if I ever get mascara on my lid, I just let that dry a little bit as I'm finishing my makeup, and then I'll just go over it with an eyeshadow brush. Just kind of smudge it in. The last thing I do is I spray my face. This is just some hydrating mist from the Detox Market. No, it was awfully close to my face. What this does is it locks everything in. Kind of just like sets everything in, and it doesn't look as cakey. I sprayed like right there. But it just is like a nice look. My hair is just air dried, so I'm just gonna run a flat iron through some pieces of it so it doesn't look absolutely crazy. So for my hair, I feel like straightening it's so much easier. I love my hair curled, but when it's long, it takes a lot longer to curl it. And it's like, now my hair is really long and I'm realizing why I always cut it. I'm not gonna cut it right now. It's so funny, Andrew really likes my hair short and I like my hair long so much better. I think because it's easier in some ways. Like if I wanna curl it, yeah, that's gonna take some time. But I can let it air dry a lot of the time and kind of get away with it. It doesn't, like if you have short hair and air dry, at least for me, because I have so much hair that when I just let it air dry, it's super poofy. But when you style it when it's short, it looks really good. But curling it is definitely more of a process now. So if I do curl it, I will curl it and then I'll just try to make that last a few days. But straightening it is definitely an easier option for me if I'm like wanting to get ready fast. I usually straighten the front pieces and then I straighten like here down all around because that's where it just gets a little like, it's kind of crimpy. My hair's also gotten a lot darker. I've had so many people ask if I've dyed it, and I haven't dyed it actually since, do you guys remember when I chopped it all off after Owen was born and then I dyed it really blonde and it got really fried. That was the last time I dyed it because it was traumatizing to my hair, and oh my gosh, my hair was so fried. I just think I was like, I don't know why I tried to go way too blonde than my hair is meant to be. So then I was in Mission Get My Hair like healthy again. And so then my hair grew really fast because of all the stuff I was doing. I was like taking a lot of biotin and like hair supplements and just really like working on my hair a ton. And now it's really long and I just have to be better about styling it more often. My hair just gets much darker in the winter time. Like in the summer, the sun just bleaches out the ends a little bit. In the winter, it's really dark, but I really like it. It's just kind of like a fun change. I am not looking forward though to my hair going gray. That's definitely a conversation that I've had lately with friends, is like, oh my gosh, when that's gonna start to happen, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I always, like, nobody can ever match my hair color well. It either looks too orange or too brown, so I feel like I'll have to go lighter and get highlights. I get a little bit of gray, I'll show you, right in the side. Every now and then there'll be, what is that? In my hair. Yeah, it'll be like a little piece right there. The other thing if my hair is flat is I'll just add some dry shampoo. Still using my Aveda Shampoo Pure. I think they changed the packaging of this because I went to link it for you guys one time and it looked different. So I'm hoping it's the same thing. Maybe just like better, but I love this stuff. I've been using this for so many years. And I just do a little bit. Whoa, that was a lot of it. Okay. And it just gives you like a lift at your roots. And it smells nice and fresh. If that's like right here, I feel like it looks super flat. Take this and my teasing brush and I add a little volume right there. You need to go tend to the kids. They're gonna be like, what are you doing, Mom? Yeah, I'm in here.
Feel how hot my phone is.
It's hot?
I feel it.
Oh, why?
Weird.
No. Okay.
Look at my pen.
Ooh, cute. Okay, and last is lips. I forgot to do lips. People always ask about lips, and I always do them like later in the day. But this is the best lip liner I found so far. It's the Kjaer Wise. I do not know how to pronounce that. This color is rose, but it's a really light pink, and I have a really hard time finding like good natural lip liners as far as ingredients go that are not too dark. I just sharpened this, so let's, I have a little bit on already. Let's do it on fast. It is so pretty. Enjoy the commentary in the background. Isn't that so pretty? It just like is enough to make your lips a little bit defined, but doesn't look over the top. And then a lot of the times I'll just add like some chapstick on top. These I just found. They're from Pacifica. They're called the Natural Color Quench Lip Tint. And I have 3 colors of them. And they're super hydrating. And they add a little tint. But they're so nice. So, okay, we're all ready. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching and getting ready with me. That is it for today. I will see you guys soon.